everybody. Welcome back to Nashville Unsigned. We are chilling with one of the badasses in the game, Miss Kim Logan.
Thank you for having me.
You're welcome. I'm stoked to have you. I mean, we had you on stage, and now we get you in the studio. I'm like, what is life,
yeah, that
dude?
was so fun. I love
That
it.
was, well, you killed it, and your music is always just every single time you release something, you play a show, it's always just badass every time. Never fails. Never fails. So tell us, like, how long you've been in Nashville, when you got to Nashville, and maybe why you came to Nashville.
I've been here for over 6 years, probably coming up on 7 years. I haven't been here the whole time. I've been touring out of here just because it's so central and so easy to plan runs around this. And I've been working with Nashville Opera, and that was a huge reason I came here to kind of be able to still continue my classical education and like job while making records. And yeah, it's the easiest place to find a band and find a van and get on the road.
A band and a van.
Yeah, exactly.
Nice. And we were super intrigued by you from the very beginning, as we're like, oh shit, man, she's bringing something so different, and you can definitely tell like that classical vibe that you've got.
Thanks. Yeah, it's a big part of me, I guess.
Yeah.
Without even really realizing it a lot of the time.
I love it. It's unique. It's extremely unique, and that's what we were like, oh, we gotta have Kim. So tell us, like, what's coming? What can we look forward to? I know you're...
Man, it's a lot. I started my own label rather than trying to look for something to kind of like fit into, but it's allowed me a lot of freedom and it's allowed me a lot of control, but because I'm paying for everything, I have to just kind of pace myself. So instead of trying to make a record and do the whole album cycle that comes along with that, I've been putting out singles. So I've been making 45s and putting out A and B sides, like kind of couplets of songs at the same time. And the first two producers I worked with for what I'm calling Chapter 1 and Chapter 2, these singles on this project, Pseudoscience. The first one was Vance Powell, my godfather, basically. He's so awesome. He's worked with Chris Stapleton forever. He's worked with Jack White forever.
That's cool.
Yeah, he's done so much for Third Man. He's done a lot for pretty much any artist that's really passed through that whole scene. And he's done a lot of my like local favorites like The Wands and Tyler Bryant, and just really good rock and roll producer. And then the second guy I worked with is kind of a right-hand man sound guru to the Black Angels. And the Black Angels is a band I've been like a huge fangirl of forever. So it was super cool to work with him out in Texas. We got robbed that trip, but it was still cool. But
cool story.
Yeah, we went to, it's cool only now.
I know, you're like in the moment, I was flipping my shit, but then.
But yeah, so we went out to South by and recorded with Brett Orison, is his name, and we rented a studio out in Dripping Springs, Texas, which is like weirdly in the middle of hill country, like a kind of a little recording mecca.
Yeah.
And there were weird goats everywhere, and it was just strange. And we got to do a 45 with him as well. So I've been kind of like trickling out the digital, trickling out the vinyl, and all at the same time putting together some writing, like some prose poetry, and I'm hoping by the end of it all being done, it ends up being an LP. Records take a long time anyway, so I just, try to make it a little bit of a steady river rather than, dropping a record is like dropping a bomb, and if it doesn't all fit together, then it doesn't make sense. Like, who says you have to make a record? I'm just kind of pairing them as they make sense.
I think that's like the most strategic way. I mean, we're in the day and age of a playlist. So I think you're doing it in a very calculated and very strategic way. And for sustainability, man, you can ride that shit out,
I think it's definitely more financially calculated than creatively calculated, because with the like constant stream of content, as an independent artist and an indie record label now, that's the way you do make money. But creatively, this felt more natural than making a record. So it was just kind of like these two songs went together, and then in the end, they'll tell some kind of, through line of a story. But this definitely was more organic than trying to like get 10 songs together that I wasn't ready for. It didn't make sense, but
we'll sync everything up. But you guys have got to check out what she's doing and stay on top of what she's doing, because this is genius. It's creative genius.
Thank you.
So we're gonna switch gears a little bit, and we're gonna take a left turn. So give us something weird or random. It can be anything. It could be that a goat tried to hump you and you ran from it. No, just kidding.
I love goats, but they don't want to generally be your friend. Really. I really like that movie, The Witch, and I've made like everybody watch it. And the character like Black Phillip that like is the big black goat. I was actually just thinking of that because at the farm or whatever it was in the hill country where we recorded the chapter 2 with Brett Orison, there was like this farm and it was just like 30 white goats and one big black like man goat, and I tried to go over and make friends with the lady goats, and as soon as he saw me like touching one of them through the fence, he just ran for me, and I was like, I would love to be friends with him, but no.
He doesn't want to be friends anymore.
No, I don't think so. Yeah, they're actually really scary in person.
So you have a love for goats.
I don't know why. Just black goats.
I have a love for hippos. So.
Yeah? Hippos are dangerous too.
Super dangerous. Yeah. I mean, like, definitely could take your life. It's exciting, I guess. But it's my dream on my bucket list to, obviously a hippo that doesn't have teeth, but, like, you know, like love on them and snuggle, because they look like they could do that well, you know?
I mean, I like alligators too, and you can hold baby alligators. Like growing up in Florida, I held a bunch of baby alligators, but I've always wanted to, like, you know, make friends with them as possible.
So, in all that you've been doing music, gosh, for a while, and you've learned a lot of things along the way, I know you have, and what has been the most valuable thing that you've learned that you can give to other up-and-comers or peers?
I think that with the way things are now and kind of the paradigm that we're in would be to stay as independent as you can. And I know that sometimes will seem more difficult than it needs to be, or it would even maybe sometimes seem like a cop-out because you have to get out of it what you put into it. You have to put a lot of energy into an independent creative enterprise if you're going to make it work. But I would say that my advice to anybody, or just what I take away from what I've been doing, is that staying independent and keeping in control of what comes out of my brain is really important, because, you know, it's sacred. It's important.
It's your legacy.
Keep a hold. Yeah.
Cool, man. Well, that's a pretty legit one. I mean, I wish I could follow that up with anything else, but that's super legit. So we're going to drop the mic on that one. Guys, Kim Logan, man. Kim Logan. We have Kim Logan on the couch.
Thank you, Amber.
We're going to sync all of her socials. Stay on top of Nashville Unsigned to know what's going on with Kim, like when all of her new content's coming out, because we will be one of the first ones. Like, we'll be knocking on her door like, Kim, I know it's coming out. Let me get it exclusive. But stay on top of Nashville Unsigned. We are going to sync everything up Kim Logan. Kim, thank you. You're a princess.
Love you.
I love you. If you guys get a chance to see her live, go see her live. Pay $1,000, get a ticket. Love you guys. We're out.
Just you wait and see.
Subscribe, bitches.